Hey guys, my name is Abhishek and welcome you to MBBS Treasure channel. Today we are going to read about the classification of bones and it is based or classified according to the appearance. Okay, so what are the classification of bones? First is tubular bone. Okay, second is spongy bones. Third is flat bones. Fourth is mixed or irregular bone. Then fifth is pneumatic bone. Okay, and it is also subclassified the tubular bones as long and short. It is also same classified into three parts, that is one is long, then short and sesamoid. Okay, these are the divisions of classifications of bones. Let's study about the tubular bones. Okay, these are the bones that is mainly composed of both the substances, that is compact as well as spongy substances with a bone marrow cavity. Both compact and spongy substances are present with bone marrow in marrow cavity. Okay, bone marrow is present in the marrow cavity. Here the bones long and short. What are the examples of long bone and short bone? Long bones are like arm, forearm, thigh bone, leg bones, and short are metacarpals, metatarsals, and phalanges. Okay, these are the examples of long and short tubular bones. Tubular means there will be a tube like structure in which there will be a marrow cavity inside, in which the bone marrow will be present, and it also comprises both compact as well as spongy substances. Let's see the structure of long tubular bone. What it comprises of the long tubular bone? Long tubular bone comprises of firstly the body, or can be called as shaft, or can be called as diaphysis. Secondly, it must be having epiphysis. Then thirdly, metaphysis. Then fourth, apophysis. Epiphysis is divided into two, proximal and distal. Metaphysis similarly divided into two, proximal and distal. What do you mean by body, shaft, or diaphysis? Diaphysis, it is a part of the bone. It is the middle part of the bone which is mostly comprises of compact substances, and it has the marrow cavity in which the bone marrow is present. Middle part of bone comprising of compact substances as well as marrow cavity containing bone marrow. Epiphysis is divided into proximal and distal. Epiphysis is the part of the bone that is present at the ends in the articulating surfaces or articulating ends of the bones. Proximal means the epiphysis that is present nearer to trunk and it is away from trunk. The epiphysis that is present nearer to trunk, proximal, and away from trunk is the distal. Epiphysis, it is the part of the bone that comprises of mostly spongy substances and red bone marrow is present in the spaces. Important is that epiphysis in long have both the epiphysis. This proximal and distal epiphysis is present in both long, but in short tubular bones epiphysis is present in one side only, that is in proximal side. What does means metaphysis, proximal and distal? Same way, nearer to trunk and away from trunk. Distal means away from trunk. Metaphysis. What does this metaphysis? Metaphysis is the epiphyseal end of diaphysis, in which there will be the growth factors, or it is a zone of active growth. It is a zone of active growth. It comprises of red bone marrow and it is responsible for increasing in length of the bone. It is present in between the epiphysis and the metaphysis and it is responsible for increasing the length of the bone due to the proliferations of cells. Okay, and it persists through childhood and juvenile period of life. I will be explaining all these things in the structure of bone, tubular bone. This is also one important thing is that this metaphysis, it is a common site of bacteria trapping. Okay, this is a common site of bacteria trapping in which it will be causing osteomyelitis. In children. Okay, you have to remember this. Osteomyelitis in children is more common in the metaphyseal region of long tubular bones. And what is an apophysis? Apophysis is the bony projections. These are bony projections located close to epiphysis and act as the site of attachment of muscles and ligament. For attachment of muscles and ligaments, it acts as a bony projections. So guys, this is the structure of long tubular bone. So this is a structure in which it has proximal epiphysis. Proximal epiphysis is the region or the end of the bone in which the articulations takes place. So proximal epiphysis and distal epiphysis, nearer to trunk and away from trunk. Then comes the proximal metaphysis. It is the epiphyseal ends of the diaphysis, or we can say that the metaphysis is present in between the epiphysis and diaphysis. It is the zone of growth responsible for increasing in the length of the bone. In childhood and juvenile period, it persists or it is present, and when the growth takes place, there will be the fusion of epiphysis and diaphysis. This fusion is known as synostosis, and then the bone will stop growing. Okay, diaphysis is the main body or the shaft of the total bone, and it is mostly present. It has mostly the compact bony substances. Then the distal metaphysis is the same, present in between the diaphysis and distal epiphysis. It is also the zone of growth. And distal epiphysis, this is also present away from the trunk. And the special thing is that here is the black color thing I have marked. It is atricular hyaline cartilage. It is present above the articulating surface of the bone, in which the periosteum is absent. Otherwise, the periosteum is continuous in all other areas of the bone outside of the bony surfaces. And here is the region, it contains the red bone marrow or the spongy substances, that is the epiphysis, and it is the diaphysis containing the bone marrow cavity, in which the yellow bone marrow is present in adults or red bone marrow is present in young or children. Then next we are going to read about two, that is spongy bones. What are spongy bones? These mostly comprises of spongy substances and thin layer of compact substance. And it is also divided into long and short, long spongy bones and short spongy bones. What are its examples? Long are the ribs and breastbone, that is sternum, and the short ones are the carpals and tarsal bones. Okay, and it has also one, that is sesamoid. That is important because these bones looks like sesamoid seeds. They are kneecap or patella bones and pisiform bones. These are the bones, sesamoid bones, that are present in thickness of tendons. And what are its main functions like to resist pressure. First one is to resist pressure, second one is to reduce friction, and the third one is to alter the direction of pull of muscles. Then we should know about the third one is flat bones. What are flat bones? These are the shallow plates and forming the boundaries of certain body cavities. Shallow plates forming different body cavities. What are its examples? Like in skull, that is frontal and parietal bone. This frontal and parietal bone have diploid structure, as I said, diploid structures, and they ossify from connective tissue. This is important. Secondly, girdles like our shoulder blade, that is scapula, and pelvic bones, that is spongy in structure, and it ossifies in normal ossification process, ossifies normally. Then the fourth one comes here is the mixed or irregular bones. In the mixed or irregular bones, it has the fusion of several parts of bones, small bones, that they differ in their structure, function. Like example is vertebrae bones, or base of skull. They have different irregular structures. Then the fifth one comes here is pneumatic bones. Pneumatic bones, the bones having air spaces in between. Examples like frontal bone, then maxilla, then ethmoid, then sphenoid bone also. These have the air spaces in between them, and what are its function? What does it helps? The air spaces helps to make the skull light, in weight. Second thing, it helps to resonance the voice also, and also it helps in air conditioning the chambers. Okay. So today we learnt about the classification of bones. It is mainly classified into tubular bones, spongy bones, flat bones, mixed or irregular bones, then pneumatic bones. The tubular bone is divided into long and short, spongy bone is divided into long, short and sesamoid bones. We saw each examples also. So this was our today's topic. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for my next videos.